Hi everyone, this is John Moore reporting from the Denver Center, and today I'm joined by this guy on the left, Assistant Technical Director Josh Prues. He and I are going to talk about how he and a crew of dozens turned this itty-bitty model of a gold Cadillac into this Superfly Convertible Coupe de Ville and somehow made it fit into a theater for the Denver Center Theater Company's world premiere production of Black Odyssey, an adaptation of the Odyssey from an African-American perspective. Hi Josh.
Hi, John.
So Josh, where did the Cadillac come from?
Came from Arapahoe Auto Salvage in Littleton, Colorado.
And how did you find it?
You gotta love internet. Just basically, I started searching for salvage yards in Denver and came up with this one that said they specialized in Cadillacs, and so I called them up immediately.
And you told them you needed a Superfly Cadillac that you could turn into a boat.
I needed a Superfly Cadillac, yeah. I went down there and talked with him, and he has a daughter that's in the performing arts as well, and so he was really happy to help us out.
He was not confused.
He understood. He understood what we were doing, and that we didn't have a lot of money to spend because we work in the arts.
That's right. So how much did we spend?
We spent $600 for the car.
Okay, so now the Cadillac gets sent to the shop, and your guys get their hands on it. What did they have to do first?
Well, first they start gutting it. They start removing everything that we don't really need. They get it to the main shell so that we can really start cutting it. Cutting it is the first major thing we have to do. I think the official specs is that it's something like 17 feet long and 7 feet wide. We had to cut 2 feet out of its width and 3 feet out of its length.
Yeah, because you can't just cut it off. You had to cut it in small pieces.
When we welded the car back together, we needed the body to line up as much as we could possibly. We cut out of 3 major sections so the sheet metal would line back up.
And you wanted it to keep the same proportions of the Cadillac.
Roughly, we kind of knew that we were going to take most of it. We wanted the hood. We felt like the hood was having this long hood was really important to the Cadillac. And so we made the decision to visually actually take it all out of the doors and the trunk.
And then came painting day.
So Jana Mitchell, our scenic charge, has painted cars before, luckily, so she knew exactly what to do. It has a couple coats of prime, a couple coats of gold, and then a couple coats of sealer to hopefully give it that nice shiny Cadillac look.
But you guys had to basically rebuild the entire interior of this car.
We did. We had another team of people working on refitting the dash, some rear seats, as well as reupholstering the car. Again, the car originally, as you saw in the beginning, was kind of a dark blue, and it came with white upholstery, and that all got thrown away mainly. And so we turned it into a red glittery upholstery.
And then came moving day. A lot of people don't necessarily understand that where your shops are across the street from the complex where the theaters are. So what challenges did you face in moving this?
Moving it out of our shop wasn't too much of a problem. We have good access to get it out onto a flatbed. The hardest part is getting it into the theater. Not only did we have to design the car to fit on the stage, we also had to get it literally into the theater. And so it just took a lot of people and a lot of muscle. We use a lot of mechanical advantage too. You can kind of see the slings and the hoists that we have to help move our scenery around when it's leaving the shop or coming into our shop.
And I got to witness this whole process, and it's amazing to me that from the moment they said let's move it to the point that you guys got it into the theater was only about 45 minutes. That's
really just a compliment to the crew and the guys.
We mentioned it's a boat, but what's its function in the play?
So the Cadillac represents the boat that saves Ulysses from the storm and from the water.
Yeah, it's set in Harlem, but there's something kind of awesome about that.
Well, in Harlem, your boat is your Cadillac.
Nice. This is Bob Orzalik using a forklift in order to get it off the flatbed.
You can see here that we built a custom wagon for it to go on to, and that's only for moving it. We had to build that specifically just for that 45 minutes of moving. Mm-hmm. That serves no other purpose. Wow. We'll use it again, in a couple weeks when we take the Cadillac back out of the theater. We'll need that same wagon.
What will happen to the Cadillac when you're done?
Well, there's talk of what will happen to it. We really have no other use for it.
It should be in every play.
Yeah, it should be in every play. And we should just put it in the lobby and serve drinks, and people can sit in the Cadillac and have cocktails, right?
And then he literally just drives it right into the theater up this ramp. Now, how does this fit?
This is actually one measurement I never took. I did not expect it to go up the ramp. I thought that we would offload it onto the other. I thought we would drive it off of the back.
Right.
I did not measure that ramp coming up. I did not expect us to do that. We take a lot of measurements backstage to make sure that something like this would actually fit down the hallway, through a doorway, and then be able to turn around backstage as well.
State Farm would probably not insure this move.
I don't think so. But, it couldn't, not too much bad is really going to happen.
But then when you see the car actually being moved into the theater, the thing that's amazing is that you designed this without an inch to spare.
Roughly about exactly an inch, actually. It has about an inch on each side of the mirrors as it comes from backstage to on stage.
Yeah, you see the car here as it's being moved into the theaters. But this is incredible. People see, the width of what we call the VOMs right here.
Right.
That there's not an inch to spare.
There's not.
So how many man hours would you say went into this project?
Upwards of 300 man hours.
Wow. What's the feeling when your entire crew gets to look back and see the final product?
I think everyone's very proud of it. But everyone understood the undertaking of this challenge that we had to do.
Cool. I want people to go see your work, so they've got until February 16th to see this play.
Black Odyssey is a fantastic show. Not only the Cadillac, but it's got a lot of great other elements. The actors do such a fine job.
Oh yeah, there's acting and stuff.
There is acting in it too. There are words in it that are so important that if there's no words, we don't get to do stuff like this. And
so don't just go for the Cadillac.
Don't just go for the Cadillac. Yeah, just a bonus.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, John.